You are not working your core doing plank, only if you apply the right technique. In this video, I will teach you step by step how you can really engage in your core muscles while you do the plank exercise. As you already know, the core muscles are very important to us to help to maintain the right posture, to sustain our body, to give support to our spine. When you have problem on your core muscles, you start to develop pain on your body, you start to have poor posture. For example, you can't sustain your back on a neutral position like that. You have your back bent in some part or even hyperextend on some part of your spine. Developing strength on your core muscles is fundamental to have a better life. You can train them at home. Once you learn how to engage, how to work, how to really activate your core muscles, you will be able to train them while you're doing anything on your life. When you're doing your daily activities, when you drive, whatever you're doing, you'll be able to train your core. And most important, if you work out, you must learn how to engage, how to strengthen your core muscles. Think about that. Your core muscles are the foundation of your body. If you don't engage correct your foundation while you train other part of your body, for example, your chest, legs, or back, you will develop problems on your body, because if you not engage in the foundation, it's not gonna sustain your spine on the right position. You will try to exercise other muscles of your body, but your spine is not well protected, is not well braced. So this exercise will help you that already work out, or maybe you that don't work out but wanna try something at home because you don't need any equipment, only yoga mat. Every Monday, 7 p.m., I have a core workout on my channel here. Focus specific on teaching the right technique of the core exercise to help you to live your life without any pain and to have a better posture. Let's get started. The first step is learning how to move your pelvis. Yes, you will understand now. Stay on your knees and on your hands. Keep your legs apart, size of your shoulders and also your arms, okay? The first step over here is to keep your back on a neutral position. What is that? You can't hyperextend your back like this or lose the curve on your back, keeping them flat. Both are wrong. Keep your back on a neutral position. You need to have a little bit of curve over here, okay? Remember, you can't hyperextend or lose the curve on your back. You find the middle term. And now you will drive your tailbone all the way in like that. And drive your tailbone toward to the ceiling like this. Keep your hands on the ground and only move your pelvis. Drive your tailbone in, tailbone out. You cannot move any part of your back, like for example your upper back, nothing, but only your pelvis. It's very important for you to learn to move only your pelvis. Bring your tailbone in, all the way in, hold, tailbone toward to the ceiling. After you learn how to move your pelvis like that, exhale, bring your tailbone in, and inhale, bring your tailbone toward to the ceiling. It's gonna be like this. Bring your tailbone in, exhaling. Tailbone out, inhaling. In, out. So tailbone bring in, exhaling, tailbone going out, inhaling. Learn the pelvis movement, add the breathing. After you learn these 2 steps over here, you can go to the third one. Okay, next step, you need to learn how to engage your core. Yes, you have many steps prior to the plank on the right way. Remember, we are here to learn how to really engage the core muscles to do that exercise. You can do any exercise to work any specific muscle, but if you do not apply the right technique, you will not be able to target this muscle. Lay down on your back and I want you to place your hands on your ribs, okay? Finding your ribs there. All right, once you found your ribs, I want you to drive your ribs down. Exhaling, it's a good way to learn how to move your ribs. Like this, full exhale. When you full exhale, you automatically drive your ribs down, okay? Learning how to move your ribs, it's crucial to activate correct your bracing. Let's do it again. Hands on your ribs and full exhale. You must feel your ribs down, okay? You must feel your abs engage. Now the next step is learning how to activate your core muscles, okay? We're not doing the plank just yet. We need to learn how to activate them on an easier position, and then we will do the plank. Lay down on your back and I want you place your hand under your lower back like that on the curve that you have here, okay? And snap your belly in towards to your hand. By engaging your abs, snap your belly in as hard as you can. Keep smashing your hand. And boom, release. Do it again. Snap your belly in towards to your hand. Keep snapping as hard as you can. Bring your belly in all the way down towards to your hands. And squeeze as hard as you can. Okay? But now I want you to do that and breathe. So you holding the contraction here and also breathing. It's hard because if you lost the connection brain and muscle, you will breathe and let your belly go out. So snap your belly in, boom. Squeeze hard and breathe. While you're breathing, you are keeping snap your belly in. Two things happen on the same time. You squeezing your abs while you're breathing, okay? It's normal when you're learning. You breathe and then you forget your abs go up like this, boom. So, take some time. As you guys are seeing here, it's not that easy to do the plank exercise, work on your core muscles, but it's worth because if you do the proper steps, you'll be able to target your core muscles when you're doing planks. So again, hand under your lower back, snap your belly in, drive your belly in, squeeze your abs towards your hand, and then you can also close your eyes, connect brain and abs while you're breathing. Breathe slow while you snap your belly in as hard as you can. Keep snapping in as hard as you can, and also breathing. A lot of things happen. Close your eyes, snap your belly in while you're breathing. Okay, relax, release. So you need to practice before you do the plank. So you already have few tasks over here before the plank, which we're gonna do now. You need to learn the pelvis movement. You need to learn how to move your pelvis and associating the breathing. And then now you need to learn how to engage in your core. And after that, you need to learn how to engage your core and breathe. Okay, what we just did that here. You have 4 steps before the plank exercise. If you accomplish all those 4 steps, you are ready to do the plank. But if you are in one of those, take some time to practice and learn before you do the plank. Finally, it's time to do the plank, targeting your core muscles. Let's do it. So let's start off with your knees on the ground, and then we're gonna take out the knees out of the floor. Follow me. Elbows under your shoulders. Keep your knees on the ground like that. So make sure when you're here, don't do this, don't tense up your shoulders, keep them down, okay? Keep your neck relaxed like that. Knees on the ground, and now look at that. I want you to bring your pelvis in. Do you remember that we learned the movement over here? Look. So now we are applying the technique that we learned. We're gonna bring the tailbone in and hold it. And now I want you to drive your belly in, squeezing your abs like the same way that we did over here. We snap the belly in. You see, we combine the things. We combine the pelvis movement, we combine the core activation, and so pelvis, abs in, hold. Keep your knees on the ground. If it's already too hard for you to hold the plank on this position over here, don't take your knees out of the ground. That means you're already working a lot your core. You see that? Look, I'm doing it again. Pelvis in, boom, tailbone in. And then snap your belly in, drive your belly in, and hold it. Damn, I'm already working a lot over here. That's tough. So, make sure when you hold this position over here, you breathe, okay? You must, now remember the other thing, breathing while we are contracting the abs. Breathing and contract the abs. We see, we connect things, we connect in the tasks. That's why if you're not able to accomplish those tasks yet, you cannot do the plank, okay? You need to work that because now we combine everything and we didn't even took off the knees out of the ground. I mean, you see how hard it is to do the plank on the right way. So, let's say that you brought your tailbone in, you snap your belly in, you're able to breathe and keep everything nice and engaged. The next step would be take your knees out of the ground. Holding everything. We do not do plank like that. That's why I told you guys, when you do the plank like that, you're not working your core. You definitely not working your core. You're just injuring yourself, your back, your spine. You need to drive your pelvis in, snap your belly in, and then you hold. That's how you work your core when you do plank. Make sure you keep your head aligned. Don't stay like this or like that. Align your head with your torso. You should look like that. Remember, if you're not able to sustain this position, just keep your knees on the ground, okay? Till you're able to keep everything working. That's why I told you, if you're doing plank, staying like longer than 1 minute, you most likely are doing this wrong. If you know anyone that tells you that do plank longer than 1 minute, send this video to them, okay? Send this video because it's very hard when you apply the right technique. But I told you guys, I will break down and teach you step by step to allow you to learn this exercise on the right way. Because if you do not apply the right technique, you cannot target the core muscles. That's why many people are injuring themselves because they supposedly doing something to work the core. They think they are, but definitely they don't. If you know anyone that workouts do plank exercise, send this video. Tell them to try it out. It's very hard, okay? But it's worth. You're gonna see results. Just remember to follow the steps, okay? If you need to take some more time to practice any of those steps, work on it before you go to the next one. You can save this video, you can watch as many times as you want. So, if you have any questions, just let me know on the comments. Every Monday at 7 p.m. I have a specific exercise to teach you how to target, how to work on your core. It's hard to learn the right technique, but it's worth, okay? If you have any question, just let me know, okay? Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next Monday at 7 p.m.